this nation will be provided with a mechanism for socialized medicine capable of indefinite expansion in every direction until it includes the entire population.
Oh, Friday.
You've heard some of the rumors circulating around the hallways.
You can't handle the truth.
I have an iPad.
Glenn, I wouldn't miss this night for the world.
I showed up at the dance with a new shirt, corduroy vest, and a pair of my dad's dress khakis.
I'm not a city slicker.
How much is 1 and 1?
2?
That proves that you're fast-talking, Sharpie.
I'm not from the city. I'm English. A dang redcoat!
So far, the only station that comes in is some British guys reading news from places I'm not sure exist.
The Pacific nation of Tonga has begun a period of mourning.
Today is Friday.
Friday!
I wish every day was Friday.
Friday.
Showtime!
Hi, everybody, and welcome to NSS. This is the Reynolds Report. A new book about the 1991 film Thelma and Louise offers proof that fans weren't the only ones in awe of its trailblazing characters. Off the Cliff, How the Making of Thelma and Louise Drove Hollywood to the Edge, chronicles how Jodie Foster and Michelle Pfeiffer were slated for the lead roles, but had to turn them down after production was delayed. Once the news was out, Hollywood's top actresses jockeyed for the plum roles. Meryl Streep and Goldie Hawn also pitched themselves together for the roles. Huge stars including Meg Ryan, Julia Roberts, Kim Basinger, Kathleen Turner, Sybil Shepherd, and Cher all wanted a starring role in Thelma and Louise. Eventually, the casting director chose Gina Davis for Thelma and Susan Sarandon for Louise. Incidentally, Sarandon was one of the few actresses who didn't solicit for the part. A complete R2-D2 unit sold for $2.75 million Wednesday at a California auction. That, according to the Los Angeles area auction house Profiles in History. Luke Skywalker's 43-inch tall sidekick was assembled from components from the original Star Wars trilogy, as well as Star Wars Episode I, The Phantom Menace, and Star Wars Episode II, Attack of the Clones. The films were made between 1977 and 2002. Unfortunately, this R2-D2 won't interact with you. No internal mechanics or working parts are present, the auction house said. The droid is constructed of aluminum, steel, and fiberglass and is believed to be the only complete R2-D2 unit in the public domain. The auction house called it one of the most instantly recognizable pieces of pop culture in existence. The great Mel Brooks turned 91 this week. Here's Mel telling Conan O'Brien about the only joke he cut from Blazing Saddles. Mel says he toned down the scene between Lily Von Shtupp and Sheriff Bart when they get it on in the dark.
I was very brave. I had Final Cut, so the studio actually legally couldn't trim it. They couldn't cut anything. But I had filmed something, and when I saw it, I got scared. I really got scared, and I said, I'm going to take that little scene out. It was the scene in which Madeline Kahn is in her dressing room with Cleavon Little. And after they eat Schnitzengruben, she blows out the candles and she says in her German accent, "Oh, is it true? Is it true what they say about you people? How well you're built? Is it true? Is it true? It's all in the dark now." And he said, and Cleavon says, "I hate to disillusion you, man, but you're sucking on my arm." But that was...
Everyone is talking about the Senate Republicans' health care plan. It's called the Better Care Reconciliation Act because "suck it, cancer victims" was a little too on the nose. White House spokesman Sean Spicer is currently looking for his own replacement to conduct press briefings. The leading contender so far is a manure spreader. More than 200 police officers have been sent home from the G20 summit in Germany after throwing a wild party that included a couple having sex in public and an officer performing a striptease, or as the U.S. Secret Service calls it, Tuesday. Lindsay Lohan has launched a new subscription website for $2.99 per month so that you can keep up with all her comings and goings. I can't think of anything more boring than reading arrest reports. Brad Pitt was recently spotted on a date with Elle Macpherson. "Whoa, that's big news," replied the year 1997. Girl Scouts can now earn a badge for cybersecurity. That explains why there's a mysterious $7,000 charge on your credit card for Thin Mints. A protester destroyed a granite monument to the 10 Commandments that had just been installed outside Arkansas State Capitol. No one's seen that many commandments broken at once in Arkansas since Bill Clinton was governor. A flight out of Shanghai was delayed for 5 hours after an 80-year-old passenger tossed a handful of coins at the engine. Because in some cultures, catastrophic engine failure at 30,000 feet is considered good luck, apparently. A 63-year-old man was arrested for assaulting his wife when he hit her with his prosthetic leg. The man says he'll plead not guilty, but prosecutors say he doesn't have a leg to stand on. Time for Nobody Gives a F***. The Supreme Court of Canada ruled that Google must remove illegal sites from their search engine results. In Canada, any site is considered illegal if it doesn't make any references to the band Rush. Hey, judges, nobody gives a f***. Turkish schools will no longer teach that humans evolved. Uh-oh, sounds like someone discovered Alabama. Hey, turkeys, nobody gives a f***. And a fan of the show, Friends, tabulated how many cups of coffee each cast member drank over the course of the show. A related calculation, the fan has recently had a total of 0 dates. Hey, barista douchebag, nobody gives a f***. Thanks, everybody. We have a new episode of the Reynolds Report for you every weekday. Be sure to check out NSS Live, starring Frank D'Angelo and his celebrity panel of guests, including the legendary Phil Esposito, Tuesdays and Thursdays. NSS Live.